All right, folks. If you look at this wall, it's got these fuses in it. That's called a face. Everything in front of a miner is the face. The back is the back, the bottom is the floor, the sides are called the ribs. And if we was to blast this and get what I wanted, I could take that square set of timber right there, twist it, and go right into that wall. Now that's the back holes, the breast holes, the two relievers, the skimmers, and the lifters. This right in here, folks, it's not a funny face. It's called a 5-hole barn, and it's drilled in this hard rock for a reason. When this center hole goes off, it breaks to these 4 dummy holes. Now the idea of this is, I've got to create a cavity right here, 7 feet deep, then blast one hole at a time. If I tried to blast them all at one time, folks, I wouldn't get a foot of that rock. That dynamite would blow right out of them holes like a shotgun blast. Now in the early days, I'd take a stick of dynamite and a cap and a fuse, and using a stick like this called a loading stick, put one in each hole, gently. Then my habit was I'd come back to here. I'd take 14 sticks of dynamite, split them with a pocket knife. As I put them in, I mashed them together. I can mash new dynamite. It's fairly safe, and I'd probably put 12 in all the rest of them. Eventually, we quit using so much dynamite. Dynamite's gassy. Well, the nitroglycerin is what's gassy. What we started doing is putting 1 stick of dynamite with a cap and a fuse in each hole. And then from a big paper sack with an air gun, I filled those holes up with a compound called carbamide. Carbamite's a mixture of coal dust, diesel fuel, and ammonium nitrate. Same thing that blew up Texas, the FBI building, stuff you want to put around your roses. Commercial fertilizer. It will explode. All right, let's say we got it all loaded up. It's about 30 minutes before quitting time. I'm going to step to the face with a little board like this called a spitter board. I'm going to take this first fuse that I want to go off. I'm going to cut off about 18 inches of it, put it on this board. Then taking that piece that I cut off, I'm going to take this fuse, measure it out, but I want it to be about a 1/2 inch longer. Throw that one down, pick up this one. Measure this one from the last one, about a 1/2 inch longer. Every fuse that I'm going to be cutting and touching is about approximately a 1/2 inch longer than the last one. That way I have set this up so that when I light this round, I'm going to start right there, create my cavity, then 1 hole at a time, and enlarge it. Now then, let's say it's 15 minutes before quitting time. My partner and I both have a little rod like this called a spitter rod. Has a magnesium solution molded onto it. Burns at 1200 degrees. Why do we have this? Well, we've talked about all that moisture in these mines. These old dynamite fuses were black powder. I've been a-cutting on them. That black powder absorbs moisture. I got a wet bubble on the end of each one of them. I could stand here with an old Zippo cigarette lighter and never get them lit. This, burning at 1200 degrees, will go through that bubble. And I'll start out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, till I light 25 to 26 holes. As soon as I have them all lit, what's left of this, I'm going to throw it down right there. This only burns for 40 seconds, folks. Am I starting to tell you something? Definitely. These old dynamite fuses burn 1 foot for 40 seconds. I've cut off 18 inches. By the time I've lit that hole down there, that one's into my hole. It's time for me to take a walk. Now, you never ran into mine because you didn't want to take a chance of stumbling and falling in front of your blast. But we'd have time to walk to the train, go down the driftaways. Of course, we walked quickly. But as they went off, we counted them. If I had the right count, that's fine. If I didn't have the right count, I would tell my shift boss when I got on top, please have that opposite crew look for a mist hole. And it did happen from time to time. Why? I did not want that opposite crew to come down here, take a pick, take a steel bar, digging around in a bunch of rocks, and hit a stick of dynamite that's got a cap in it. he's blasted. All right, folks, let's take a walk right into this big old room right over here.